Well, hello there. So for my, if you will, my motivation moment. Last time I talked about pursuing your dreams and not procrastinating, and I mentioned that I wanted to write a book. Well, I've started writing the book, and the characters are coming to life, and it is so exciting to be in this space where something that you have dreamed about and thought about for years is beginning to come to pass. And so I am so excited. I think this book is going to be wonderful. It is a fiction book, so it's a little different than some of the other things I've done, but just the fact that I'm doing it, just the fact that I'm putting it on paper, just the fact that I can see something that I have been thinking about and dreaming about for years come to place, come into being. That's just so exciting to me. And so you can do the same thing. There's nothing that is really, really special about me. So you can do it, whatever it is, whether you want to write a book, whether you want to start a business, whatever it is your dream is, whatever it is you want to do, you can do it. The only thing you have to do is start. Start with a plan, start with a goal, start doing something. One of those starts, wherever you are in the journey, one of those starts should work for you. Start with a plan, start with a goal, or start doing something. We all have it in us. I look forward to hearing about what it is that you want to do. So, today I'm going to talk about credit. Last week I talked about the four C's of a mortgage, and those are cash, credit, collateral, and capital. So, today I wanted to talk a little bit about credit. Credit is huge. Credit is going to, whether you're talking about your credit cards, whether you're talking about getting a loan, whether you're talking about getting a mortgage, even your car insurance these days is attached to credit. The higher your credit score, the better terms you're going to be because you're going to get, because a high credit score tells a lender that you are someone that will pay the money back. If they give you money, they want it back. So your credit is really, really, really important. And so today I just wanted to quickly go over the five parts of the credit. And so wherever you find yourself, you can begin to work on your credit, because the least amount that most creditors are going to look for is a 620. There are some lenders that will go under the 620, but your interest rate is going to be a lot higher. So 620 is a good place to shoot for. Higher than that is even better. The higher you go, the better it is. So there's five parts to credit. The first, 35% of your credit score. Do you pay your bills? What is your payment history? If you have a 30-day late or a 60-day late or a 90-day late, that is a problem when it comes to credit. And it takes 7 years for those things to fall off of your credit report, unless you're able to dispute some things. But other than that, it takes 7 years for those things to fall off. So you want to make sure that you are paying your bills on time. Hugely important. You have got to pay on time. Secondly, how much do you owe? That's going to be 30% of your credit score. How much do you owe? If you owe, say you owe $100,000 and you make 20,000, that kind of tells a lender that you might not be able to pay and that you might not need any more credit. We're not going to give you any more credit because we don't think you can pay. So when you're looking at the credits, at the amount that you owe, they really want you to owe. They're going to look at the total amount of credit that you have, and the percentage that you owe is what they're looking at. So 30% and less is considered good. So say that you have $10,000 worth of credit and you owe $3,000. That means that you're at that 30% mark. And so if you can get it down to 2,900 because you want to be under 30%, that's even better. But if you can get it down to below 1,000, below 10% and below, oh my God, you are in the money at that point. That's where you really, really, really want to be, is 10% or below. So that's the second part. The third part, how long? 15% of the credit scores. How long have you had credit? So if you just got credit last week, then your score is not going to be as high. But the longer your credit history, the better. So if you have some older accounts that you have been paying for a long time, but you have not used them in a while, do not close them, because you want them, because they're going to lengthen the amount of your history. And the longer your history, the better. The fourth element is, how many new credit cards have you opened? How much new credit do you have? That's going to be 10% of your score. So if you've opened 5 new credit cards, let's say in the last 6 months, then that is going to tell a lender that you may be in need of cash, and that something is going on with your finance. And so maybe they don't want to give you more credit because you've already had a lot of credit. And so they're going to look at how many accounts you've opened, and that's going to be a 2 year look back. So anywhere from 4 to 5 is considered average. You want to be lower than that if possible on the number of credit cards that you've opened. You also want to they're going to look at how many credit inquiries you've had too. So that's important. You don't want to have a whole lot of credit inquiries on your credit score either. And then finally, they're going to look at the type of credit. People the people that are giving credit, they like to see different types of credit. So it could be a loan, it could be credit card, it could be a mortgage, it could be an auto loan, all of those different mixtures. The more mix you have, the better. So those are your 5 different parts of determining what your credit is going to be. And so that's all I wanted to talk to you about today. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Remember, your credit is going to be hugely important if you're trying to get a mortgage. And remember one thing that we say at Rocket Mortgage: if you don't get a yes, we'll help you with a plan. So there is a free credit evaluation and help that is available to you if you find yourself in a spot where you need help with your credit. So, anyway, have a great day, everybody. Take care. Bye. Where is